Right.
The sun. But it would be better than this.
Yep. Yeah, Skyrim Sundays. What am I going to do? No. I don't know what to do for this. This I'll get done eventually. This is what I'm gonna do. Alright, I'm going to just play main story stuff now. I've done a lot of the side quests that I wanted to do. Like Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna move on to main story stuff really quick. So just get higher level and everything. Then I want to do the DLCs. Might finish out Dawn Guard. Well, I'll do the Dragonborn first. I think. Because when I do Dawn Guard,
Watch what you're doing.
I'm gonna lose Serena as a Serena. I'm gonna lose her as a follower. But by that point, I'll be strong enough to I don't need her.
I don't think you were followed. Come on, I have a plan. I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy. I've been doing this a long time, remember? While the Thalmor have been looking for me, I've been watching them. The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions?
Am I still wanted in Solitude? Was I wanted in Solitude? I lost track of what cities what enemies?
Everyone, inside, now!
The dragon?
Where'd you come from?
That's enemy. Let's go with you. Ooh, moon looks nice. Should be just about dead. Not dead, but grounded, I should say. There you go. You're so dead. do it.
There can be no other end.
Guard might get nervous. A man approaches with his weapon drawn.
Alright, just disappear. Okay, now can I fast travel? Yes. Let's see if I'm wanted here or not. Yeah, I'm level 26 now. I want to be in at least like the low to mid 30s by the time I finish the story. We shall see.
Need something? Hmm? Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you. Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
Okay. Should I be giving him everything? It's too late now. It's taking. Right. I literally have nothing. Can I summon one of these? They look cool. I'm sure other magic types.
Your job is to get into the party without being
Besides
fingered as a
the
spy.
lightning, fire,
I'll
and
take
ice.
care of the rest.
I know in the Dragonborn DLC there's Ash, I believe. But I'm sure it's more offensive magic types. But this is a pretty like. This game's what? Over 11 years old now? So I guess that's kind of asking a lot for a game like this.
Some folk, they got no shame. Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy? Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. You can... I'd go to a party at the Thalmor Embassy dressed like that. I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy?
Alright, let's go.
I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy? Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
Fellow latecomer to Ellenwyn's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, sir. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than to any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking. There's not enough drinking in the world today, wouldn't you agree?
Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy. Your invitation, please? Thank you, sir. Go right in.
Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poison dagger.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Ellenwyn, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are?
It's been a brutal winter. I can't remember the last time it was this cold and for this long.
Yes, I agree. Have you
Ah, yes. I remember your name from the guest list. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
No sign
It's
of shipping
just that
out
we've
anytime
run
soon.
out of the Alto wine.
Some say the ship suffered
Do I
damage
have your
to her
permission
hull when
to
she struck
uncork
an
the...
iceberg.
Of course. I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam
Savvy is
Ambassador.
far too proud a woman
My
for that.
apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
What can I get for you? You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day.
was delicious. I know just what you want. Heard anything interesting?
Here you go, sir. The finest Colovian brandy. Is there anything else I can get for you?
I did see something interesting not long ago. There were
I got another one.
We seem to have run out of Colovian brandy. I'll check in the wine cellar for more when I get a moment.
Peddling their wares. You've got to admire their
We
courage.
seem to have run
Oh,
out of
just a couple.
Colovian brandy. I'll check in the wine cellar for more when I get a moment.
Let me see. I know
Are you enjoying the
he
party?
makes it a check. Let me see if there's any
Everything is
other
splendid,
ones.
thank you.
Splendid. Call if you have
Take
need.
all your sweet rolls.
The Grey Quarter in Windhelm is little better than a slum.
Not the,
It's shameful. The Dark Elves are made to live that way.
I couldn't agree more. By the way, have you heard any interesting rumors lately?
I'm not sure that it's news, but
Ellenwyn
lately it
always
seems
throws
every
quite a
blacksmith
party.
in
I
Skyrim
never
is
miss
out to
one if I
prove
can
he's
help
the
it.
Equal of Yorlin Greymane. It's not really a fair comparison. if you
Not
ask me.
every Nord is obsessed
After
with
all,
strength,
Yorlin
honor,
was the
and
Sky
skill
Elf.
at arms.
How is any smith going to compete?
A rare
with that?
few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford. You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money. Very well, then. There's a likely-looking
If your eyes and your ears are open, and your mind is free of judgment and expectation, you might learn much in this chamber.
Breda, sir. Do you need a drink? Something to eat?
Fair faces and fine food are well and good, but honesty is rarely so
I just wanted to
pleasing.
get a better look at you. I like
There
what I
are words
see, my
spoken
dear.
and words unspoken.
And believe me, I don't
Beware
say that
these,
to
Thalmor,
everyone.
for they
I'm
are adept
very
in both
discriminating when it
languages.
comes to the female
For
form.
this reason, I avoid them when I can.
Thank you, sir.
All
Is there
right.
anything else I could do
May
for you?
wisdom light
I
your
don't
path.
recall seeing you
Not
at
at
one
the
of these
moment.
before, and I know everyone who's anyone in Skyrim.
Oh, you don't remember me?
Yes, sir.
Have you learned nothing about me? I have dealings with everyone. Now leave me. I don't want to arouse suspicion by talking to someone that clearly doesn't belong here.
Oh.
Don't mention the guild. In fact, it's better if you don't speak to me at all. This is not the place. Until next time.
There are words spoken
Help
I hope you're
and
enjoying
words
yourself.
unspoken.
I'm sorry, but I think you've had enough for the moment.
Alright.
They are adept in both
Until next
languages.
time.
Very much so, and thank you for asking.
Splendid.
I'll talk to her.
Call if you have
Did you
need of
see
me.
that serving girl?
It's a necessary part of my job to mix with the upper classes of Skyrim, such as they are.
So,
There are those in the Empire who would wish to evade their obligations to help root out the Talos heresy. Fortunately, those most opposed to the Emperor's wise policy have now branded themselves traitors as well as heretics. I'm here to remind the ruling classes of Skyrim that their loyalty to the Emperor requires cooperation with the Thalmor.
took away all my options there.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm on duty.
These Stormcloaks are nothing more than an armed mob. This war won't last much longer.
Yes,
I hope you're
agree with
enjoying
you.
yourself.
Have you heard any news from the other parts of Skyrim?
Well, there might be nothing
Of course
to it,
not.
but I've
One
heard
does
that
not
the feud
gather the
between
most
the
important
Greymanes
men
and
and
the
women of
Battleborns in
Skyrim,
Whiterun has
and then
grown
serve
ugly.
them cheap ale and
Freya
stale
Greymane is
bread.
convinced that the Battleborns
This
have
is only a
abducted one of her
taste of the
sons.
benefits that accrue to those that align themselves with Thalmor interests. Quite often, yes. The only thing I enjoy more than luxury is sharing that luxury with those who can appreciate it. But I also enjoy learning the latest gossip and hearing the most intriguing rumors. One of my main duties is to foster a better understanding between the Aldmeri Dominion and the people of Skyrim. I also oversee the activities of the Thalmor Justiciars throughout Skyrim,
It's been a
although
brutal
this has
winter.
been most
I can't remember the
unfortunately
last
disrupted
time it was
by
this
the
cold
war.
and for this long.
I'll not argue that. Heard any interesting gossip lately?
The Thalmor
Well, I did hear
Justiciars
that
are so
Ulfric Stormcloak
often
was
misunderstood.
slain while defending
Our
Windhelm
primary
against a
goal
dragon,
is to
but it
preserve the
sounds too
peace
good
between
to
the
be true.
Empire and the Aldmeri
I'll
Dominion.
wager it was Ulfric himself
The
who
worship of
started
the
rumor.
false god
Maybe
Talos
Father Troll's
contributed to the unfortunate friction that led to the Great War. Following the Great War, the White Gold Concordat set out the terms for peaceful coexistence between the two powers. The Empire and the Dominion agreed that the worship of Talos was a relic of the past and must be eliminated in the interests of peace. But I'm sure you didn't come here for a lecture on high politics.
I look forward to the day when this rebellion is put down and
Do
we once
enjoy
again
yourself.
Yeah, I agree with you. Have you heard any
Yes,
news
what do
from
you
the
need?
other parts of Skyrim?
Mm-hmm. Till next time.
Well, I did hear that the
Okay,
Argonians have been banned from living inside the walls of Windhelm.
What
They're
kind of
only
elections?
allowed on the city docks now. Most of them sleep together in one building, and they're as poor as wretches.
Yes, what do you need? Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
Do I do it now? Is there more options?
I trust that this is just the beginning of a long...
It is not eyes that reveal another's true nature. It is the heart.
Is my stuff?
May wisdom light your path.
needs.
Everything is
At
splendid,
least
thank you.
Ulfric's men are willing to fight for their principles,
Splendid.
barbaric as
Call
they
if
may
you have
be.
need of me.
I lead the Justiciars. We are charged with enforcing the ban on Talos worship. Nords can be quite stubborn. They're slow to change their ways, and we find more heretics every... But mark me well. I will purge the heresy from this land as surely as the flame burns the flesh from
The
the bone.
hospitality of the Thalmor Embassy.
Elenwen always throws quite a party. I never miss
Do
one if I can
enjoy
help it.
yourself. Are you enjoying the party?
I have no complaints.
Excellent. I'll leave
Yes.
New dialogue option?
Brayless, is that the one? I hope you're not thinking of cutting me out, are you? I'm warning you, when I get my heart set on something, I'm not easily put off.
Where's my dagger?
Really? Yes, maybe that would be just the thing. She seemed to be playing hard to get when I spoke to her earlier. Go on. See what she says. Now you've gone and gotten my hopes up again.
What can I get for you? Oh, Erica, right? He was talking to me earlier. I could tell what he was after. I hate working these parties. Some of the guests are nice, but there's always a few like Erica. Please tell him to leave me alone, politely. I'm sure you'll have better luck getting through to him than I would. See ya.
The Grey Quarter.
Have you
in
talked to
Windhelm is
Brayless
little
yet?
more than a
I'm
slum.
not a patient
It's
man, you
shameful that
know.
the Dark Elves are made to live that way.
I'll not argue that. Heard any interesting gossip lately?
I'm not sure that it's news, but lately it seems like every blacksmith in Skyrim
This is the
about to prove
correct,
that he's
like,
the
I mean,
equal of Yorlin Greymane.
the correct option, but
It's
this
not really
is
a fair
for the
comparison,
distraction
if you
that I
ask me.
need.
After
I
all,
think.
Yorlin works the Skyforge. How
Let
is
me
any
just-
city
What?
to compete with that?
That little tease, leading me on and turning cold at the last minute. I don't
Alright, well,
think
let's,
so.
I'm
So,
sorry,
you
sir.
think you can
I
toy
didn't
with
mean to
me,
give
is
the
that
wrong
it?
impression earlier.
No,
I
my
meant no
dear, I have
disrespect.
my heart. Oh, don't worry, I'll let you make it up to me. Now, where can we go for
So
a
it still
little
ends up the same way.
privacy?
No, I'm sorry, but I can't go anywhere with you. I won't. Please, I must get back to my duties.
Don't you dare walk away from me, you slut! Do you know who I am?
Please, sir, leave me alone.
Now you're going to be sorry you crossed me.
Well, those to the
Elenwen!
distraction.
This servant girl has been throwing herself at me in a most disgusting manner.
Is that so, Erica? And you with such delicate sensibilities. It must have been most upsetting.
I demand that you have this wench removed from my presence at once.
Well, whatever the truth of it, I'm sure a few words.
Let's
will
go,
pass
let's
to
go,
Linda.
before anyone notices us.
Take her downstairs.
Yes,
No.
Madam Ambassador.
Mr. Zellenwyn, it's not true. I did nothing. Sir, you must tell her. You don't know what they'll do to me. Please.
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through
I'm
the
pretty
kitchen.
sure
Your gear is hidden
I
in the
get an
larder.
opportunity to save
Just
her
stay close
later
and
on.
let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Yeah, welcome back. Sea salt.
Who comes, Maldo?
Sea salt caramel or just
You know I
caramel?
don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest
Yeah,
feeling ill.
how you doing?
Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the
take all
rules.
Rules, is
take
it,
this.
Savani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I
Yeah,
should
it's
ask the
gonna
ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Fighting in the war, there's nobody.
Your gear is in that chest.
Thank you.
I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up.
Yeah, how you doing? Baby. I'm doing alright. Nothing new. Trying to remember what gear I had on. I think that was it. This one. This one. That's it.
I need to lock the door behind you, or the patrols might notice something's wrong.
Well, I did hear that the Argonians...
Did
Good
you
luck.
see those robes
You're on
marching
your own
this
now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty enforcers? No, they're high mages, just in from Alinor.
Oh, yep.
I guess so. Over here! Worried about all the dragons.
The challenger is near! Ah! Yeah! Do your work! Ah! Ah!
Yeah, I just did that. Run away.
There can be no other end.
Yes. Alright, that's the correct way, so let's not go that way just yet. I forget if there's any like chests and stuff around here. I'm pretty sure I search it every time and never find anything useful. Oh. I like the cat. Scaredy cat. Why scaredy cat though? There must be something in here, right? This looks like an important room. So it's I mean, yeah, but I also have like 60 potions, 70 minor potions, 24 of those, and I could just heal, so. But yeah, have you been to any of my Skyrim streams? I think it's been a minute since you've come by. Hello. Dodge. Dodge. I'm doing a conjuring build.
Death is the only way.
It does use this. Actually use this. 6. Oh. Where'd they all go? Oh, they're over here. Go inside. Should I just ignore them? Yeah, I'm doing a one-handed. I'm using daggers.
I earned it. I had my own expenses.
Doing yeah. Okay. But have you heard of the webtoon solo leveling? He's more or less based on the main character Jinwoo. Conjuring and daggers, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Weird. I thought there was something in there. Grab the documents. This. Nice. No. This. Leveling. Solo leveling. I could open that, but oh, there, that's what I'm looking for. I can just grab the key and save some time, I think. Can grab these documents real quick. I can just go down here. No. Alright. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. But go get him. You missed.
Fall before me!
Two.
You gotta help me. Please. Oh, thank you. I don't understand what's happening. I can't stay here. What will I do now?
You're free. But, yeah, this is pretty good. It's one of my favorites. Soul leveling. Apparently it's getting an anime adaptation. Sometime like either late this year or next year.
I don't know anything else about it. What? Who? What do you want then?
Are you watching any anime this anime season?
Sure.
I
Okay.
think I'm watching like 5
Come on, this way.
right now.
I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere.
I'm watching Blue Lock, the soccer one. It's pretty good.
No problem. Thanks for springing me.
Blue
I owe
Lock.
you. Look me up in Riften if you make it out.
The Demon King one. That's pretty vague, actually. So much on Blue Lock. Misfit of the Demon Academy, Season 2. My Hero Academia. Nagatoro. And Nier Automata. Have you played the game, Nier Automata? It's pretty good. You gonna leave? No? Is that? I thought more guards came in. No more guards. Where's the key? I was pretty sure more guards are supposed to show up. No? Guards. Where art thou? That's the other entrance. What am I missing? Why can't I jump off the edge?
I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
Yeah.
I damn well hope so. If it helps you twist them up, I'm glad to help.
They're after some old guy named Esbern. Something to do with dragons. I gathered it from
heard about
listening to them talk when they
Motongakuri,
thought I was out. I've seen a guy in
but it's
Riften
like
who they seem
several
to think
different
is him.
series.
Not
so
much to go on.
I never saw
I don't
it.
even know where he lives or his name, but they seem pretty excited about it. That's it. Now, let's get out of here.
Yes, long time ago, I tried playing Nier.
Let's get out of here.
Where's the key, though? Oh, there you guys are. Hello.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your
I'm really
accomplice.
not.
Surrender immediately, or you both die. Someone there?
But yeah, it's like oh wait.
Do you?
Well,
Yeah,
must have run off.
You good? Yeah, it's only like 2 episodes in the Nier Automata anime, but it's really nice. Oh wait, I should grab the key. But it's really nice. It's pretty much exactly like the story in the game is so far. This, but it looks really nice. I'm enjoying it so far. What else? I'm also watching Boruto actually. I dropped off at Boruto like a year and a half ago because it was just so bad. But apparently, oh no, oh, leave her alone. Leave her alone.
That takes care of that.
Did she die? Dang. That's sad. Why'd she run off the edge there? It's her fault. She ran straight into the flush troll. I tried to save her. But yeah, so picking Boruto back up because apparently it's getting really good, and they're finally adapting. Because the Naruto Shippuden series has a bunch of light novels that cover what happens like in the time skip between the end of Naruto Shippuden and the beginning of the Boruto series. And one of them is the Sasuke Retsuden novel, and they're finally adapting that into the anime, which should be really good. So, I'm basically binging the Boruto series real quick to catch up. I'm like 60 episodes down, so it's gonna take a couple weeks. But yep, so that's all the anime I'm watching right now. Let me open. This is Skyrim. Yep. Do I have? What shot do I have? Name mode.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hand.
Yeah, I mean, see, the problem with the Boruto anime is the writing is just terribly bad. Like, he'll watch like a whole arc, and he'll like everybody will learn some like life lesson or something, and they'll become like better people or whatever. In the next arc, they'll forget everything. All the character development that happened will just like disappear in the next arc, which I hated because it always felt like the story never went anywhere, you know? But apparently it's getting better. And from what I've watched, I watched like 10-15 episodes. The arc that I watched was really, really good. Like, it was really good. Like, I actually wanted to like binge and just keep watching episodes all the time. Where are these people at? It really kept me hooked. So I think the series is getting better, but it's still just not the best. Where is the shopkeeper dude? Why is the giant claw moving? I'm gonna wait 2 hours. Is there still no one here? Why is there no one here? But, yep.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
What is it?
Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
It's so bright.
See, I don't know what he just gave me.
Out here.
Yeah.
I don't know how you stand it.
Doggo?
Papa says I'm too friendly with strangers.
Yeah, but I like the world of Boruto, the world building they did, and the characters are cool.
My father is Alvor.
It's just they don't really do much with the characters. I didn't put anything in here, right? Oh, my goal. That would be nice.
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful? Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons.
So you played Skyrim before, right? What was your favorite build that you've done?
You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought. Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Ask around the Ragged Flagon in the Ratway. It's at least a good starting point.
It does look really cool, and the fight scenes are pretty nice as well.
If you think I'm paranoid, you may have some
something
trouble
that
getting him to trust you.
Like I said, stuff
Just
doesn't
ask
carry
him where
over
he
into
was
next
on the
arcs,
30th
which I
of
hate.
Frostfall.
Like,
you'll know what it means.
Boruto, he learned like 2 different Rasengan variants, right? And they're both really cool, but they're never spoken about again after that arc, which is just bad. Like, it's really powerful, cool stuff he learned. He had a whole training arc, and just all like disappears. I don't know. And there's also a lot of weird stuff they do that's just not explained. Like, they'll just introduce a concept that was never in the Naruto series before, and they just won't really explain why it's there or anything. Like ghosts, not ghosts, but like, well, yeah, I guess spirits and ghosts and stuff, and like powers that they control, just like not using like jutsu to control water.
Stop right there. I guess you're smarter than you look.
I mean, mostly I'm just vanilla too, because I'm just playing on. They gave me food. It's nice. playing on what, PS4? I mean, like, do you like heavy armor, light armor, two-handed build, magic build, bow and arrow, that kind of stuff? Because I think my favorite build,
That old woman who runs the orphanage has been murdered.
it's probably just, well, I mean, yeah, conjuring build. I did another conjuring build, which was heavy armor, conjuring, and that's it. So I had really good, I got Daedric armor, so I got the conjuring level to 100. Then there's a spot in the College of Winterhold, underneath the college actually, that you can have one piece of ebony armor and a Daedra heart, and use your conjuring to make a Daedric armor piece. So I did that and got a full set of Daedric armor, and then had Daedric Lord as my conjuring summons. That was a really fun build.
I
also like
So you're bringing a lot of people looking for
heavy
him.
armor, two-handed
Don't
weapon.
know his name, but
I could just like
paid
tank
good money
everything,
for nobody to know he's
like
down
mid to late
here.
game.
He's
Tank
holed
everything
up in
and
the
just
Ratway Warrens.
mow down
Hardly ever
enemies,
leaves
so
the
it's
place.
fun.
Has someone bring him food and such. Crazy old coot from what I've heard. For that to stand out down here, he must really be off his nut. Until next time.
But I don't really like higher level magic because you have to like aim it and stuff, and I'm bad at aiming.
Is someone there? There's the place.
So I'd much rather walk up and attack people than shoot stuff at them. So that also means like I don't like archery as well. Although it can be really overpowered. Hello. Good to see you there. Thank you. Thank you.
By destroying you!
But magic is like pretty cool. But I'd rather have a blade. Could with the necklace, but it's fine. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Boruto. I don't know. Boruto has just like so much potential to be really good, but it's just not. Let me look this way. There. Let's see. Hello, anybody there? That's a chest. But yeah, what have I done so far? In this this playthrough, I've done most of the Thieves Guild. I stopped right at the very end, so I get to keep the skeleton key. Because it makes things so much easier. Yes, where's she at? Well, I have a follower around here somewhere that uses the ice spike. She's in my eye right now, but yeah. Yeah, I just don't like projectiles in this game. If I was playing on PC, I'm sure it would be much easier to aim. But it's just not for this. I need to use this to see. There you go. On my second monitor, the screen is extra dark, so I can't see anything. So I have to look at my Streamlabs view to be able to see where I'm going sometimes. Like right here, right now, I can't see anything on my second monitor. It's all black. So I use this.
Stone, bucket, book, knife.
Deaded. Nani? What the heck? See, it's wild. It's literally black screen. I can't see here at all.
Go away, go away, go away.
I'm sorry.
Enough.
Burn book, flawless granite. See, her. Hello. Well, hello there.
He'll tell you. Just ask. You don't even need to ask. He'll tell you anyway.
What? Dagger of Souls.
You'd...
Oh. See, yeah.
Think there's any
I
hope,
didn't take
do you?
anything.
I don't. He's right.
I'm gonna just leave you here. Come on. Well, I mean, it's a really old monitor. Like, easily 10 years old. So I'm not complaining too much. Hello.
Where'd you come from?
Tonight, darling.
This still up.
That'll
And
teach you.
Is there anything in here?
Bucket, knife.
Oh, I don't have a fix for that. It's just really old
Stone.
monitor.
No.
That doesn't show
no,
colors up well.
No.
Oh, you're live again. Maybe I can come this way. Come this way so I can get through the door. Thank you. That's the shortcut out.
No.
Alright.
Never find me.
That's burn.
Go away!
No.
What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about. Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her. And she led you to me. And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap.
Hydrate. Drink the agua.
Ah, indeed. Indeed. I do remember. Delphine really is alive, then. You'd better come in, then, and tell me how you found me, and what you want. This'll just take a moment.
Yeah, I'm trying to stream more regularly.
This one always sticks. There we go.
I'm trying to stream on Sundays
Only a
and
couple
Mondays. I stream Skyrim. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, I stream Pokemon. Well,
there we are. Come in. Make yourself at home.
How?
That's better.
Okay.
Now we can talk.
Can I take stuff? Yeah. Is there anything worth taking?
So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago.
Yeah,
Haven't you figured it out yet? What more
I'm playing
needs to happen
Pokemon
before you all
only
wake
with
up and
Mudkip.
see what's
So I'm playing
going
through
on?
Pokemon Emerald
Alduin has
using just
returned,
Mudkip for the
just
whole
like the prophecy
playthrough.
said. The
It's pretty
dragon
fun.
from the dawn of time
It's
who
different.
devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will
Yeah.
devour all things, and the world will end. Nothing can
Yeah,
stop
well, at least for a few months.
I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools.
My job hours
It all come
changed.
true. All
So-
I could do was watch our doom approach.
Well, it's not changed. It's changed for now, because it's the off season. So during the spring and fall, I won't be able to have this kind of schedule because I have to get up really early in the mornings, so I can't stream late.
Yes, yes.
But during the winter and
know,
summer,
but you refuse
I can
to
have this kind of schedule.
understand.
I'll figure out what to do in the spring.
Oh yes, it's all been foretold.
When it gets
the
closer
end
to
has
spring.
begun. Aldrin has returned. Only a Dragonborn can stop him. But no Dragonborn has been known for centuries. It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Aldrin the World Eater. What? You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn?
Yes, it is.
Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go. Quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. But give me just a moment. I must...
Let me see if you have anything worth taking.
I'll need... No useless trash. Where'd I put my annotated annuad? One moment. I
need
know
to sell
time
some of
is
these
but
things.
Mustn't leave secrets for the Thalmor. There's one more I must bring. Well, I guess that's good enough. Let's be off.
You're just talking about making sure you didn't leave anything. Is that a bill? Right then. So is this actually some kind?
What was that?
Oh no, this goes here. Oh. Shh. He doesn't see me. Should I just?
It must have been nothing. Where'd you come
No.
from?
Is someone there?
Witnesses. I'm sorry.
I knew I heard something.
Okay, but I'll just sell this to you. Yeah, that's how it normally goes when I try to sneak. It just doesn't work. That's why I'm not in the Thieves Guild. Well, I mean, ironically enough, I'm the master of the Thieves Guild, but meh. Can't sneak for nothing. Oh, okay. I go this way. Oh, I know where I'm at. I'm going the wrong way. No? I don't know where I'm at. Right now, no. I'm sure there's a faster way that I missed. But this should be fine. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Because I imagine you put a lot of hours into that. For it to be gone. That's bad. That's sad.
Ready for some work, or are you just gonna wander around all day?
I'm gonna wander around. Butt breaking. That's a new one to me. I never heard anybody say that before. Interesting. Actually, PC is one of the only ways I don't have Skyrim. I have it for PS3, PS4, Xbox 360. I don't have it for Switch, and I don't have it for PC. cartridges. I have for PS4. I think I have 2 versions. Because I know I have one of them special edition. I forget what the other one is. Is it just like the normal, or is it another deluxe edition or whatever? I don't know why I have another one. But I have too many copies of this game to buy it again. Hello.
Stay out of trouble, elf.
Nope. Giant's still here. It's gone.
What is it?
Do you not see Esper?
Delphine.
Oh, you got the inbox first. Okay.
Why, it's good to see you. It's been a long.
I think it's already been an hour.
It's good to see you too, Esbern.
Folks, I just started.
It's been
feels like
too
I just
long,
started.
old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way.
Let me just take that real quick. Yeah, any minute now. There you are. You gonna talk?
Let's see what Esbern has to say.
What do you have to say?
Now then, I assume you know about...
Oh yes, Dragonbone. Indeed, yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose. We must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. Here it is. Come, let me show you. You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh.
Can I just say? Oh. Give a sec. Scoop this up.
This is where they
It's
built
mine now.
Aldrin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore.
Dragon
hedge
lore.
against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy in the event. Despite the far-reaching fame of Aldrin's Wall at the time, one of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean, you don't mean to say you haven't heard of Aldrin's Wall? Either of you?
Nope.
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Aldrin's Wall was
This
where
part
the
of the story
ancient
is so
blades
tedious.
recorded all they knew of Aldwin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. Its location has been lost for centuries, but I have found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Yes.
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call.
For Christmas, someone got me a... See? What's it? So, where is my... This. See, it's... The, Lindor? Oh, I'm dumb. It's right in front of my face. Lindor. indoor truffles. It's over £1 of these little things. So there's assorted flavors too, which is nice. Nice stream snacks.
Your call. Might be safer to travel separately. Attract less attention that way.
No,
Don't worry, I'll get Esbern there in one piece. We'll wait for you near Karthspire. Good luck.
I also got these. Pop-Tart. It's not gonna focus. It's Boston cream donut flavored Pop-Tarts. They're amazing.
Temple is. I'll trust you to get us.
What? What's here? Another dragon? Oh yeah.
There you wasn't looking for trouble. I'm not afraid of you.
I'll take one out of the bag and then give them the bag. Yeah, I don't have it except patrol. Last night? Did I stream last night? No. I was watching a stream last night. And I ate like 3 or 4 of them. Where'd the dragon go?
Where'd you come from?
There it is.
Die, dragon.
Keep that dragon. That did really good.
Get it now while we can.
Is that another dragon right there? It's a bird. No. I was about to say. Oh, hello. It's almost a half health.
I'll bring you down.
Conversion 98. And you're dead.
I'm going to find whoever did this.
Let me heal real quick.
You're asking for trouble walking around with Dane.
Let's see here. Let's see here.
It's magic like that.
What? You're random. Random ox. Give me my soul. Here. Here. I'm still level 26.
Where'd you come from?
Hello. Please. It's on the other side of this mountain. See, I'm already craving another one, but I'm not. I can't. I believe there's a boat around here that had jewels in it. Is this the boat? This is the boat. Nice. Actually, pretty surprised I remembered that just now. It's pretty nice. It just shows how many times I played this game. How many times I played the story of the game. I mean. Hello, goat. Oh my gosh.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, mud crab. Mud crabs. Let me just run away real quick. Don't ever catch me. I also want to start playing Valorant a little more. I haven't played Valorant since May of last year. It's crazy. Dragoon. Let me. Almost let me. Take this down. This Elder Dragon is pretty nice. I'm pretty bad at FPS games, but one of the reasons I'm bad at them is I just don't play them enough. So I really need to like just do it. So eventually I will force myself to start playing Valorant more. Why is he so slow? Is he already about to die? Or land, I mean. What is that? Oh, hello.
You'll die this day, dragon!
Get this over with. Are you okay? Oh. You don't see me. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where did the dragon go? Am I blind?
I could use a hand here.
You don't have a chance.
Not bad.
Oh, I'm about to die. I'm about to die. So what am I, 72 potions? Hey, I'm gonna go this way. Got it. I'm still. Wait, there's a dragon. He's not dead. Hello. Yep, a little bit. Go ahead. I got pies. Oh, the sweet rolls. Speedrunning diabetes. Alright, let me. Where you at? Where you at? Sir, that's a wall. I'm not helping. Sorry. Oh, that's aggravating. Shoot her. Shoot her. That's not what I thought it was. I thought I had my... There you are. Hello. Are you almost dead? You are almost dead. Put my digital on. Let's get up here.
All you've got?
Lavatory. Where's the dragon? Where'd he go?
That takes care of it.
Dragon? So did he run away? That sucks. That was some good XP. Well, that's sad. Maybe he'll come back, you know? Let me loot this place really quick, see if there's anything worth looting. But there's at least like 3 or 4 chests around here, right? It's gotta be. Right?
Lead on to Skyhaven Temple.
No satchel. Ah! Oof. Well, to the temple, I guess. Ugh.
Hold on. What was that?
I knew I heard something.
That'll teach you. I was always taught to avoid these types of ruins. I think I see why now.
Oops. Nothing here.
This looks promising.
Yes, definitely early Akaviri stonework here.
Right.
We've got to get this bridge down. These pillars must have something to do with it.
Oh.
Whatever you did, it worked. Let's see what those old blades left in our way.
See if there's anything. Not really, I can sell that. Hurry up, thank you. No, not you. Why are they so slow? There you go. Come on.
Remarkably well preserved, too. Here's the Blood Seal, another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn. Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered Riemann Cyrodiil?
It's done it. Look, it's coming to life.
It's coming to life.
You did it. Here's the entrance. After you, Dragonborn. You should have the honor of being the first.
Alright, now I just gotta listen to him talk for a while. Okay. Alright. First things first. Wow, it's so dark, it's wild. Gotta take Dragonbane. Oh. Something else. Look at those blades. A bunch of blade swords. Take one, just I choose this one. A blade sword, one-handed sword, or two-handed? I believe they're two-handed, right? They're not. Why did I think they were two-handed swords? Take two then. Nice. What Daedric? Now see, if I was doing a two-handed, a sword build, this would be pretty nice. But I'm not. Alright. This one back on. Put this back on.
Shows bolt. Here it is. Aldrin's Wall, so well preserved. Huh? I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Kaviri sculptural relief.
Hesburn, we need information, not a lecture on art history.
Yes, yes. Let's see what we have.
It's gonna take a minute. Honestly, if I had food, this would be a great time to just take a meal break.
Look, here is Aldrin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Aldrin and the dragon cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebel against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Aldrin's defeat is the centerpiece of the wall. You see, here is falling from the sky. The Nord tongues, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory and mythic symbolism. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Shout.
Hmm? Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember,
I guess
This
it makes
is where they
sense.
recorded all the news
Looks like they're breathing
of
fire.
Aldwin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. Have you ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
Usoda. No.
You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragon Bone.
Leave.
Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive swords.
I know there's like armor and stuff I can get, but I'm not going to use it, so
The last Dragon Bone
might as well just
at the end of time.
save a little
Are you
time.
paying attention, Delphine? You might learn something of our old history.
There we go. Okay, next is I think seeing Parthenax. But first, let me see if I can sell some stuff real quick. Let's go white run. Because I know I have a bunch of jewels and rings and stuff on me. Let's see how much of that I can sell off. Oh dang.
There's a nip in the air.
I just
Cold won't be
noticed.
good for my crops.
That someone
Never
followed a
is.
couple days ago. So for some reason. Curve. Interesting. Let me wait 5 hours.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Every trinkets, odds and ends.
Yeah, I looked at
that
my
sort of thing.
the feed, and I noticed a name that I didn't recognize. And apparently, someone followed 2 days ago while I wasn't streaming.
Take a look.
So, do you have some potions? Do you have anything useful? No.
Do come back.
So I got rid of everything except for my jewels and that one silver ring. Let's go back down to the riverwood again. See if he's in. It's a scare there. Right there. Oh. Have you played any of the
We're the only
Pokemon
people
Scarlet or
around
Violet?
who aren't complete fools.
Came out a couple months ago.
Take a look.
They're pretty good.
right then.
Go up here. Try to sell out the rest of my jewels. Yeah, I would assume so. How's there a chicken in this place? It's a strong chicken. That's not it. They're pretty good. The world and the world, the characters, the story is really good. The actual like gameplay though is not good. It's really like super laggy, and there's just lots of weird bugs that they need to fix. And some of them are really like annoying.
I do
like
what
doing,
some may call this junk. Me,
there's raid
I call
battles that
them
you can
treasures.
do. So like it's 4 versus 1, like really strong Pokemon, and the health bar for the raid boss doesn't really show its accurate health. So like I'll get it down to where the health bar is at 0, but then a not cutscene, but like an animation will play, and all of a sudden it has like 20% of its health again, which is annoying because it's also timed, and if you run out of time you just lose the battle. So it'll do that. I'll have like 5 seconds left and I'll get it down to 0 health, but apparently it wasn't at 0 health, and I can lose the raid because I didn't actually know how much health I had. What is this? Hold on to that. I mean, that's pretty annoying. I mean, they better patch that.
Until
That's
next
like
time.
they can't leave that in. There's no way. And there's lots of little things like that. It's annoying. And then there's other things like just glitching through walls, weird graphical glitches and stuff, and like I said, the insane lag when you're playing on the ported mode. Where am I going again? Oh yeah, over here. But like I said, the actual like story in the game for a Pokemon game, it's really good. Because Pokemon games, you know, they're like notorious for having really predictable and boring stories. But Scarlet and Violet is really good. Like, it has several twists in the story. I think it's good. Don't need these. I'll hold on to this. I really don't need this. Oh, that's why I still have that. Keep that just in case. Keep that just in case I need it. Put that away. I need to sell those as well. Sell that. Don't need this. Don't need this, but I'll just... Oh. Don't care about that. How do you read this? Oh, that just starts the thing. Don't need that no more. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh, this is the invitation for that quest. Letter from a friend. Another letter from a friend. Mysterious note. Oh, that's from Dolphin. Okay. I'll hold on to the keys. I'll keep that because it's. I wish I can store. I can store that. Nice. Alright. I guess it's pretty good. But yeah, I got it like the day after it came out. It came out on November 18th, I believe. I think I got it on the 19th or 20th. And it took me like 3 days, but I did everything you can do in the game. The story, post story, all that stuff.
Within. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes? What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn. No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Lostovakin, Strundul, Rockventinvak,
Parthenax. Yeah, what did I say?
Dragonborn? Wait. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einarth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make. No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice. Only Parthenax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
Yes.
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice. You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the Blades, you now have questions that only Parthenax can answer.
So can I...
Breath and focus. To get the answers you seek, you must travel to the top of the mountain and speak to our master, Parthenax. He lives, he speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Parthenax.
Alright. So you gotta move so he can move. There you go. Let's go. It's about like right here, right?
path to Parthenax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
I'm no fan of the sun, but it would be better than this.
Look.
Just look.
Va.
Look. Va.
Cor.
Look. Look. Cor.
I will grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well.
For a final gift, it's pretty bad. Because we get what? We get Unrelenting Force, which is great. Whirlwind Sprint, which is
Clear skies
interesting, good utility.
will blow away the mist.
But then this
only
one
for
just
a
like
time.
sucks.
The path to Parthenax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly.
I'll be fine.
Keep moving, stay focused on your goal.
Alright, let's see. Clear skies.
Look! Parkour!
Do I just damage? Do I get damage to myself from doing that? That sucks. Why am I? Why? Why am I getting hurt?
Look! Parkour!
I'm confused. Yeah, got it.
Look! Parkour!
Who's there?
Oh, I see. This little haze is killing me.
Look! Parkour!
Well, it should be just about there, right? Almost. I think that's it right there. The last little bit.
Look! Parkour!
Why am I getting hurt? Yep, alright. Where you at? I need to put Unrelenting Force back on.
Dremyolok, greetings, Wundunik. I am Parthenax.
Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain? They see me as master, Wuth Onik, old and wise. It is true I am old. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation? Drem. Patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum.
Up until a few streams ago, well, I'll let him talk first.
Match it if you are Dovahkiin. The word calls you. Go to it.
Is it flame breath or something? What is it? What is it? Fire. Fire.
Under damn fire as the Dove do. Now.
Okay. But I used to have another follower. That was the talking dog. I don't know if you know that one. But yeah, there's a
Show
dog
me
that
what
talks.
you can do. Greet me not as elf,
But
as Dova.
He's not a true follower. In the sense that he's only supposed to follow you for a small portion of the quest that he's in.
Why do you delay? Are you Dovahkiin
But
or not?
I started the quest, got him as the follower, just never finished it. Because doing it that way, he's an unkillable follower, basically. Like, he's just the ultimate tank. But the problem is, he kept pushing me. I have to talk first. Right, you done?
So,
You're not done.
you
So,
have
he
made
just kept
your
pushing me
way
around, so I
here
let him
to
go.
me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal. Even for one of Dova's source, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
But yeah. And he was a pretty good dog.
I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
I like how he speaks. Like you know, people speak when English isn't their first language. They just start every word they don't know. They just put their own native language in. I like how they do that. It's interesting. It's immersive.
Alduin Comet Teed. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek.
Yes.
Croesus. It cannot be known to me.
What does Croesus mean? Does it mean like
your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts. Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
my business? So Alduin. Yeah. Wait. I like to eat Pan and jam. My. What?
Yes, Alduin, Zemach.
I'm so
the
confused.
elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin?
I'm confused. I'm perplexed.
True, but Kostid, prophecy, tells what may be, not what should be.
Am I just being dumb right now?
Kostid
I don't understand.
Salo Ak. Just because you can do a thing does not always mean you should. Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of Des, of fate? You have much to learn of the Dove, then. There is nothing else but philosophy to a Dova. It is no accident that we do battle with our Thum, our voices. There is no distinction between debate and combat to a dragon.
Am I the dumb one? I still don't get it. I'm trying to figure it out. I promise.
For us, it is one and the same.
No clue.
But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question.
Like how soon just like walking in a circle.
Do you know why I live here at the peak of the Monavin, what you name throat of the world? True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues.
Oh.
Barucht Unslad. Perhaps
Pan,
none
like,
but
you know,
me
like
now
other language.
remember how he was
Okay,
defeated.
okay. You're referencing what I was saying about the little. Okay, alright, yeah, I'm the dumb one. Yes. I literally just talked about that. Whoa. Yes.
Yes and no. Vik Nuzny Karon. Alduin was not truly defeated either.
Yes, that is
if
pretty
he was,
good.
you
Actually,
would not
I don't
be
have
here
tea
today.
right now. Normally when I stream, I like to have some green tea or something. Like just kind of hot.
The Nords of those days used the Dragon Rend shout to cripple Alduin. But this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad.
That's wild, though.
It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
It's late at night. It's a long day.
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever. Forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows.
I like his voice, but he just talks so slow.
One day he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin.
I move my camera every stream.
If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
Okay.
Croesus, no, I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I.
That is true. I know exactly where to go.
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
There she goes again.
Drem Yolok, greetings. Lok Thum.
Okay. While I'm up here, might as well grab this. Oh. It's around here somewhere. Just gonna keep going up. Come on. This is peak Skyrim gameplay right here. Alright. So right here. There it is. The notched pickaxe. So, ebony ore. Actually, I don't really need this, but I could sell it. Yeah, I'm going to order it. I'm going to Alright. It's crazy, it's been 2 hours. So what I'll do is...
Sheathe your weapon? You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
What did I do here? I didn't actually kill the chicken, did I? Why do I owe 3,000? Do I have anything on me? No. No.
Ha! Enjoy the chills.
Why am I'm wanted in like every hold. That's interesting. What did I do? I was just here. When a dragon attack, I must attack the guard on accident.
This must be.
No, maybe. Something I can think of. Oh, Argon. That's why. Hi, Horfgar. So what I'll do is I'll get to do all the things to where it leads me to Labyrinthium, and then I'll in stream once I get to Labyrinthium, and I'll start off next time. By doing all that, the Labyrinthium, Black Reach, all that stuff. I'm still level 26. I haven't leveled up at all this stream. But granted, I haven't done a whole lot of fighting this time.
So, you spoke to Parthenax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout? Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom. We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The
Around
gods
2-ish
themselves
hours.
would
I'm gonna be
rightly
ending
fear
soon, like
to
I said.
tamper with such things. As for
2 to
where to
2.5
find
hours.
it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold.
So I just gotta talk to this
They
guy.
may be able to tell you something about
Gotta
the
talk to one
Elder
other
Scroll
guy
you
in
seek.
Winterhold. Then I'll
Wind
be good.
guide you.
There's a lot to do. So I've already done most of the Thieves Guild. I did a Dark Brotherhood. All that. I did the Mages College. All that. What else did I do? I did a bunch of just random quests to get items that I wanted or spells that I wanted, like the razor that I have right now. Once this loads, got it. This dagger right here. It has a I think about a 2% chance, I want to say, to one-shot anything it hits every time you strike with it. So that's why I wanted to grab that. And it looks pretty nice too. It looks cool. So did that. I got a couple other cool daggers that I like. Got a couple spells. So just a bunch of little small quests.
May I just say it's a pleasure to have you leading the college.
But yeah, so after I finish the main storyline,
If
I
there's
want to
ever
do the Dragonborn. I'm gonna do the Dragonborn DLC. The Dragonborn DLC, and then I'll do the Dawn Guard after that. And from there, I don't know.
I'm not one for commendations, but I might have lost everything that matters, so thanks. And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy? I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price. It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense. The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad. Ah, you think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about? Wait. Were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. All right, then.
What do you got?
Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them. Archmage or not, my rules about books still stand. Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Alright.
I'm sure you've made note of who's been the most helpful during your time here, Archmage.
Right, is there a body of water below this that I can jump into? Alright. Oh. That's bad. Okay. What's this? This is bad. Alright. Let's go. Nice. Is there a dragon right now? Oh god. They can survive without me. Hello there. Unknown. I'm gonna talk to this crazy guy. Hello
Deep
there.
when the top Elder Scrolls, indeed. The Empire. They absconded with them.
Absconded?
So they think. The ones they saw. The ones they thought they saw. I know of one. Forgotten. Sequestered. But I cannot go to it, not poor Septimus, for I have arisen beyond its grasp. Here. Well, here as in this plain, Mundus, Tamriel, nearby. relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby.
I'm slowly being pushed.
One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return. You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dullest of the Dwemer. Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls. In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer City slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept. Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mazak. Oftand, the point of puncture, of first entry of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock. 2 things I have for you, 2 shapes, one edged, one round. The round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mazak and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
Alright then. Let me just go through
The deepest doors of Dwemer listen for singing. It plays the attitude of notes proper for opening. Can you not hear it? Too low for hearings? To glimpse the world inside an Elder Scroll can damage the eyes or the mind, as it has to Septimus. The Dwemer found a loophole, as they always do, to focus the knowledge away and inside without harm. Place the lexicon into their contraption, and focus the knowings into it. When it brims with glow, bring it back, and Septimus can read once more.
I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already.
Come on here real quick. It's fine. Alright, I'll go to the ruins, and then that's where I'll end stream tonight. Wait, have I not been there? I guess I haven't been there. Is it not Labyrinthian? I'm guessing not. Should be a quick little walkover. That's a dragon. So, normally I do stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Normally I do stream on Mondays, but tomorrow I won't be streaming, most likely. I'm going out with some friends tomorrow, so I don't know what time I'll be getting back home. So more than likely, I'm not gonna stream.
Challenger is near.
Done and done.
I'll just get to the entrance. Fight all these bandits real quick. Then I'll end. Did I go the wrong way? Okay. Go back up. Hello there.
I smell weakness.
Do you know? Come on. Oh.
The challenger is near. I smell weakness.
Why are you not? Alright, now. What do? So again there. Literally back where I started. Literally. Shortcut. Alright. Alright, this is where I'm gonna end stream tonight. More than likely, like I said, I won't be streaming tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, then Tuesday I'll be streaming for sure at 10 p.m. EST. PM EST. Alright. So let me check something. Is there anybody online right now? Do I want to raid?
This must be that beautiful
Should I
Skyrim
raid?
weather I've always heard about.
Pause. No, I'll just end stream. Where's my? There it is. Right. See y'all. Bye bye. Thanks for coming by though.